Mr. Stephen Quayle, another author like L.A. Marzulli, who has written a book called Giants. And he has done extensive studies on giants and the bones of giants. And he, through his research, he concluded that there was a cover-up of giants, meaning that in the 1800s, they discovered archaeologists or random people in North America. They discovered giant bones of giant human beings, and what happened was there was newspaper articles. To this day, you can probably see those newspaper articles from the 1800s, late 1800s, about giant bone structure found. And his theory is that the Smithsonian group or institute or whatever they're run by, or the government or the higher ups, they stole those bones from the people that discovered the bones, and they put them in the Smithsonian underground bunker, wherever they hide stuff. But he has concluded that there was a cover-up to conceal giants that lived a long time ago. And he also introduced a lot of, through his writings in his book, about aliens and UFOs, and he and L.A. Marzulli are basically of the same belief that there is a deception that will happen regarding the UFOs and aliens, especially in the end of days. And he believes that a lot of right now, a lot of things that are going on in the world, in the TV, in the movies, the people of this world or of the earth are getting indoctrinated with things that will allow them to welcome the aliens when the aliens arrive. And I don't think he believes that those aliens are going to be like outer space aliens as seen on TV or taught by, the mainstream, you can say. He believes they're more, there's a demonic agenda behind the aliens that will come and visit the earth. And he is a Bible believing Christian, and he has a YouTube channel called Gen 6 Productions, which is based on the study of Genesis 6 giants, Genesis 6 fallen angels, and he has a study on Nephilims, which are like hybrid creatures. They're the creatures that were born when, in Genesis 6, it mentions that there were angels that mated with human women, and their offsprings were the Nephilims, the fallen ones. So he believes that the giants are, that once the giants died, when the giants were created through the mixing of fallen angels and human women, he believes that the giants' soul was not accepted into heaven because it was an abomination, the creation of giants. So he has a study also of pre-flood and post-flood. Like pre-flood giants were bigger, stronger, and post-flood giants were big and strong, but not as big and strong as the pre-flood giants. So, and the theory behind that is because the pre-flood people lived longer. According to the Bible, Methuselah, pre-flood, lived 969 years. There were other human beings that lived longer. But post-flood, human beings lived around 100, 120 years. And to this day, people live up to 100 80, 90, but average is like 70, 80 years. So when the fallen angels mated with the pre-flood human beings, their kids were big and strong. They were big giants. And when the fallen angels mated with the humans post-flood, those humans were weaker than the pre-flood humans. The post-flood human DNA was a little bit weaker, so the giants were maybe 10 feet tall, 9 feet tall, 11 feet tall, 12 feet tall, like Goliath. And because Goliath was a post-flood giant, and pre-flood giants were like 30, 40, 50 feet tall. So he has, so Mr. Stephen Quill has a good study on the giants. So I urge you to check out his material. He's also been on Coast to Coast Radio, and he's almost every week, I would say, or at least twice a month, he's always on the Hagman and Hagman radio, or Hagman Report. You know, he has a lot of good insight. But if you want to study creation, and if you want to study the Illuminati and all the end time agendas and UFOs and aliens, Nephilims and giants, but you want to study it through a biblical perspective, then you should check out Mr. Stephen Quill, as well as Mr. L.A. Marzulli.